Come into the room. Come to the room. Welcome. Welcome. Coming to the room with family. You're welcome to join us. Tonight, we want to know how you're doing, what's going on with you. Well, you are welcome here. We have 66 Love with the first in the building. We're not going to hold you too long, but we want to check in on you. So Grace says, evening H-Town. Are we on again? Yes, we is. Oh my God. Love it. I was about to say, wow. Yeah, we just talking to y'all now. Let's say, okay. Can you hear my sound? I hear sound now. Morning. Yes, indeed. Nothing H-Town. There you are. Yes, indeed. I am here. Family, I want to know, Grace, how was your Mother's Day? What did you do, if you don't mind telling us? 66 Love. What you got going on? And anybody else that's in the room, family, you pick a topic tonight. We're going to talk about it. Few things that I want to cover with y'all, so y'all just go ahead and do what you're doing, and I'm gonna let you know what I some things that I'm finding out, rumors, and we got to verify some things on what's going on out here when it comes to veterans. Yes, indeed. He's saying hello, Grace. Let me put add on to the stage here. Let's see. There go your chat. You say nothing, H-Town. There you are. Okay, let's see what you say here. Yes, indeed. And it says, I had a wonderful Mother's Day spent with my family and friends, hubbies, play spade, and ladies, they, I think you say talk. Let me see what I say. I can't see the whole word. Talked. Okay, yeah. That's right. Women are going to talk and ain't nothing wrong with it. Now, family, as you come into the room, let us know that you are here. We're not going to keep you long, but we want to kind of cover some information that's been out there, if you don't mind. And we appreciate, I am so happy to see Coasty in the room. And so basically, whatever y'all want to talk about, Coasty, I was worried about you. So glad that you are here. So much has happened since you've been gone. I say, evening H-Town and the family. Where you been, Coasty? What have you been doing, my brother? I ask more questions than a jealous woman. I understand. Everybody show love to Coasty. Now listen, and if y'all got any questions of me, anything you want to ask me about the information we discussed, you choose the topic. I'm gonna go with some information, keep it going. Now look at what 66 Love. I saw a short on YouTube saying that VA will be cutting about 15 more thousand jobs. Did y'all hear about that? I didn't hear it. Thank you for letting us know, 66 Love. Now, Grace says, how was your weekend, H-Town? Busy? Yes. Been busy. Loved the live yesterday. Oh, we cut up with it, didn't we? And we got our brother Coasty in the house. And Coasty, I thank you so much for being here. Missed you. I knew you was busy. I've been thinking. I mentioned you a few times. Yes, indeed. Then we have Grace say, Coasty, where you've been. Oh my God. I hope you doing okay. That's what I was concerned about. Now listen what our brother said. The old H-Town sneak attack live stream almost missed it. Oh, we don't want you to miss it. Charlton gonna fuss at me. Better than them. I just did it last minute. I mean, within 2 minutes. Think this the fastest live stream I put up. Wow, 66 Love. You doing okay? So, family, keep on chatting away. We want to make sure that y'all know what's going on out here with us. Now, I have to confirm this, but this is from our sister Alaskan Ice. And so I want to thank y'all for coming in the room. We have Ephraim in the room. Ephraim says, did you get enough rest last night? 4-hour marathon live stream. Yes, indeed. I wasn't meaning for it to be that long, but we can go that long. Family, anybody want to guess how long the longest live stream we've had on this channel? It was close to how many hours? Let us know. And it was longer than the one we had last night. Now, we're going to be just updating on y'all some things. You choose a topic you like to talk about. You on topic is whatever. 10. I'm gonna do it like The Price is Right. Lord. Yes, indeed. I'm good, Grace. Okay. 10. Whoa, yes, Coasty was right. Coasty was there. So Sean say 5.5 hours. You're right. Coasty is right. It was 6 hours. It was like 30 seconds from 6 hours. Family, we can do this thing. We've been doing this for a while. Tell me what else going on. We had our brother say up here that I've noticed something else that I want to bring up in a minute here. Well, I bring up now that our sister Alaskan Ice say they cutting benefits at the airport, being able to park disabled veterans. It seemed like it's a cut. So she's getting me the information. So let us know. Now, I got some more information that I want to say, and we got to go and verify this information, okay? And it's talking about My Healthy Vet. I'm seeing here, and I want to make sure that it's this correct. They say, dear veteran, we're retiring My Healthy Vet portal on May 29, 2026. Now let me go to va.gov and make sure I know what's going on. We have Doc Shelley in the room. We thank you so much for joining us. Everybody show love to Doc Shelley. Now say, I have to clarify, it was 15,000 job. It was said 15% reduction in staff. Okay, with the economic. You don't like nothing. He's a blank My Healthy Vet. Whoever used My Healthy Vet, let us know. Now, I haven't seen you in a while, and we want to know how you doing too. All right. Carpenter, Dim, I've seen you. I'll call you CD. CD, I haven't seen you in a while. We got Boom Nailed It in the house. Family, y'all really coming around, and we appreciate y'all. Everybody show love to Boom Nailed It, in addition to Carp D, I'll call you Carp D. Boom Nailed It say hello. Hey, family, yes, indeed. Family, we really appreciate y'all. Now, so Sean said you started using My Healthy Vet. Let me see. So My Healthy Vet will be retiring. So this seems like it's pretty much confirmed. And if it's not the case, we'll let you know. So let's pull that back up. So we want to get these topics to you that's important to you. And we appreciate you for all that you do. Now listen, this is a big thing. Email update. My Healthy Vet is retiring on May the 29th, 2026. Veteran Healthcare Administration sent this bulletin at 5/11/2026. I don't think it's 11 yet, is it? I guess today at 7 a.m. this morning. So family, this is breaking news. Shout out to our sister Alaskan Ice for the information. And it says, dear veterans, dear veteran, we're retiring My Healthy Vet portal on May the 29th, 2026. But don't worry. They telling us not to worry. We've brought all your VA healthcare data together so you can manage your care in one place. You can now manage your care for all facilities. I'm assuming they're talking about healthcare facilities through My Healthy Vet on va.gov. Try it now so you'll be ready for the change. Who knew about this? Put yes or no in the chat. If you knew about this, put a thumbs up or yes in the chat. If you didn't know about this change to My Healthy Vet, put a no in the chat. Yes or no. Which is it, family? Did you know? Yeah, so Sean did not know about it. Boom Nelda did not know about it. Coasty did not know about it. I didn't know about it till today. Then 66 Love didn't know. So basically what it is, My Healthy Vet will be retired. My Healthy Vet portal will be retired on May the 29th, 2026. Veterans are encouraged to transition to My Healthy Vet on va.gov. So you're going to the right to the va.gov or to the My Healthy Vet Benefits mobile app for managing prescriptions, appointments, and secure messaging. Remember, that was one of the key things, private secure messaging. Key details on My Healthy Vet transition, sign-in changes. As of March the 4th, 2025, you can no longer use the old My Healthy Vet user password. You must use the ID Me or login.gov account. Here we go. What is retiring? The My Healthy Vet portal is being replaced by the integrated My Healthy Vet on va.gov experience. Action taken. What action needs to be taken? Action needed. Transition to the new system immediately to ensure uninterrupted access to your records. Support. If you need help with the transition, contact your local VA facility. Family, did we break it down? Let us know. So 66 Love didn't know about it. Boom, it was open mic, 2 guests, and 4.5 hours, family. So Grace didn't know either. Boom said, H-Town, you okay, brother? Sound like you have a cold. No, I just woke up. Let me get something clear in my voice. Not sick at all. Kind of talking in my voice. I apologize. Let me know if I sound a little better now. Probably needed some water. Oh, my voice out tonight. Wow. So let us know. Now, guess because I just woke up, no problem at all. So that's one thing. Do you use My Healthy Vet? If you use My Healthy Vet, put MHV for My Healthy Vet if you use that in the chat. So H-Town, know you're good, brother. Just making sure you're okay. I'm okay. Yeah, if I'm not sounding right, let me know. I had just woke up probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago. So do you use My Healthy Vet right now? So Coasty used My Healthy Vet. So you need to be ready for these changes, my brother, okay? Yes, indeed. Let's talk about it. And it goes on here to say, go to My Healthy Vet on va.gov. So you'll be able to do it there. Your clipboard questionnaire completed on My Healthy Vet will not be removed by My Healthy Vet on va.gov. After May 14, 2026, you'll no longer be able to access clipboard questionnaires. If your healthcare team has identified any complete questionnaires as clinically relevant, they will have saved this information to your health records. Well, we hopefully they do it. If we got to depend on them doing it. If you have any questions, if you have any pending questionnaires, please complete them now. You'll no longer be able to complete pending questionnaires after May 14, 2026. I never did, so I'm not really familiar with it. So Sean do use My Healthy Vet, and so does Coasty. I did back in the day, but I don't now. Boom say, no, I do not use My Healthy Vet. I'm still doing the BVD transition. Well, we wish that anything we can help you with that or how you coming along with that, let us know. This is open mic night. I logged in. Listen to what Grace says. I logged in once before. They changed it to log in with my ID, whatever. And now I haven't since because I can't even get an ID for me to verify over and over. Yeah, I had that problem, so I stopped messing with it. I had the same issue, sis. All right. Now listen, for those of you that are just coming into the room, let us know that you're here. They are changing My Healthy Vet. We have Jason said, hello, H-Town family. I just got done mowing the lawn. Oh, you was out there busy. And everybody show love to Jason. Please do that. Then we have Tanya in here. Everybody show love to Tanya also. Family, any questions, concerns, let us know. Tonight, we're gonna stay up on veteran news. And we got to do that. So My Healthy Vet is moving to another location. It's going to be retired on a standalone website. For those of you that don't know, yes, indeed. Everybody showing love. Now, let me see what else I got up in here. I'm starting right here, family. So those that don't know, I'm continue to read. To access My Healthy Vet and complete your pending questionnaires, first sign in to My Healthy Vet on va.gov, then select Go to My Healthy Vet. All right. Yes, indeed. Note, you may be receiving these messages because of all or part of your My Healthy Vet records is at one of the VA healthcare systems listed below. You may ignore this message if you no longer receive care from these facilities. Now, Columbus, Ohio. All right. Spokane, Washington. Walla Walla, Washington. Roseburg, Oregon. White City, Oregon. North Chicago. Now, down at the bottom, it says, to get support for My Healthy Vet, call for help desk at 188. Let me correct that, at 1-877-327-0022. And they got other options. And call Eastern time between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Family, we covered that part. Did we not do it? And we're just having anything you want to discuss, family, y'all definitely can discuss it. I just want to go over some of the information that's been out here happening in these veteran streets. Now I did that one. Let's see. So let's see. Request the number, please. Now you're asking for the number again? Repeat the phone number. Okay, let me pull it back up. I do apologize. So family, look on, it's going to be on the screen. I'm glad you asked. Get this number. Y'all need to get ahead of it if you don't want no break in what you're doing. All right, let's see. Okay, the number, let me see, can y'all, I'm gonna read the numbers at the bottom here. It says it's gonna be, matter of fact, let me put the number. I'll put the number in the chat. How about that? I'll put the number in the chat, fam. All right. Now, family, we're going to have it in the chat. There you go. My Healthy Vet, call our help desk at 877-327-0022. So that's the number you need to contact. And family, find out and make sure if you like doing the technology thing and you want to stay up, because it was help, you can order your medications. What else have y'all done on that website? Let us know any other things that y'all have done on that website. And now we're going to show you something else. Say thank you, H-Town. Yes, indeed. No problem. If you need, does anyone have or use a service dog? Let us know. If you have a service dog, put the word dog in the chat or put a dog emoji in the chat. So let me go back up to Ephraim. Say, with the changes, everyone is being corralled to obtain a digital ID that is equivalent to enhanced driver's license. They got to get everyone's number. Big Brother is watching. And I was wondering, I feel like I didn't know why they was doing it, but that's a good thing that y'all letting us know. Family, we need to be on top of these things, and it's very important. All right? Very, very important what we're doing here. Let me see. Okay. Let me share something else. Stop screen. Here we go. Now let's see. Now it's something else. I want y'all, family, we're going to put this technology on you, and we want to thank people like Betty Bops bringing this information to the front, and all the other family. Now, did you know? Here we go with the Cotton Eye Joe. Now look at this here. We're gonna get to your comment in a second. So we have, that's the number for My Healthy Vet is making changes. If you want to know anything about the changes that My Healthy Vet is making, or the government is making with My Healthy Vet, the VA healthcare system, contact, that's the number right there, to get updates on what needs to be done. Now, Charleston, don't fuss at me. Now, look, Ephraim says, with these changes, everyone is being, I read that one, okay. Yes, indeed. Let me know if y'all seen the number. Okay, we talked about the service dog. Thank you, H-Town. Yes, indeed. And if you need me to put the number back up, let us know. Everybody show love to Charlton. Now, Boom say, I agree to see 2 DBQ uploads to my claim file. Still have labs to get on the 18th for one of them. Okay. So, they having you do labs for your exam? Anybody ever had to do labs before they went to a CMP exam? Now, that's interesting. Check appointments and check claims. Now, look what we got here, family. Y'all see it right there? Y'all need to go to this here. ID card office. Here you go. You can set up appointment, walk-ins. You need that tells you how far it is from you and everything. This is important, family, because when you go to the emergency room, you need to make sure your medical ID card from the VA healthcare system, the VHA, is it current date? I don't know where mine's at, but I just got one. Now, Ephraim say, Sean, I don't know, but someone who does, and it really, okay, I don't know what y'all saying. Oh, and refill prescriptions. Okay. Yeah, I refill prescription. I think you can check appointments too, but I hadn't done it in a while. I'm gonna get on a new system. Boom said, 66 Love say, Boom, thank you, brother. Wish the same for you also. Now listen to what Ephraim say. They make it sound like it's hard to get a service dog. It can be tricky to get a service dog. Why is it tricky? Tell us. I'm saying your name wrong. I'm gonna call you EW till I get your name right. Grace, you've replaced my shipmate today. Oh, don't say that. Betty Box cannot be replaced. She sent me some information today. Grace say, yes, thank you for all bringing it. Thank you all for bringing important info to us. Yes, indeed. This is what we want to do here. She might be busy. I know she sent me some information, contacted me earlier. So good to hear from her sister. Grace says the veteran card issued at the VA. Oh, I got to check it. Please check your healthcare card from the VA healthcare system. Mine was expired by 3 or 4 years. And that's the number for My Healthy Vet if you need to do that. So we're talking about service dogs right now. Anybody got any information about getting a service dog? Somebody mentioned in the chat. Sean say I think Sean was the one mentioning it. Any dog can be a service dog. You can train your own or get one assigned to you from a service dog provider. Is that correct? I don't know. I thought they had to be trained. Now listen to what Ephraim says. I want a service dog from an accredited source, but not all sources are totally reputable. Did not know that, EW. Once you have a dog properly trained is essential. Do you have to have some kind of, but take them in somewhere? How do you have to prove? How you going to get the patch that qualifies them as a service dog? I thought they had to be approved. The emotional support dog is something different. Now, Charlton say, I only use my ID at VA for prescription pickup. It falls out of the use otherwise, falling out of use otherwise. Yeah, make sure it's updated. You check to see what the date is that it expired. Please check. 66 Love say, think I still have 2 years before my renewal, before renewing mine. I want y'all to check and make sure. Tonight, family, if y'all don't know, you just choosing the topic. But I'm going over some information because it's about time for us to do that. A lot of the great information that y'all handed out to us. All right, and we appreciate it. All right. Now I'm trying to see what I got here, family, and I thank y'all for your patience. Apparently, I want y'all to let y'all know about this. Oh, Henry in the house. Now let's see what Grace says. Service dog, how do we get one qualification? Anybody know the qualifications for a service dog? Henry says, hola family, la tosos. I forget, I don't know what that means. Forget that, but Henry, we glad you here. Now, Sean say, I was on the Americans with Disabilities website. There's no approval process for a dog to be a service animal, and no one is allowed to ask you about your condition. Oh, now this is getting serious. We're going to have to do a live stream on this. I thought there were qualifications for service dogs. Let us know. EW says, Sean, I can relay any specific question you might have about service dog to my contact. He knows a heck of a lot about them and will be needing another one soon because his current dog is getting old. Now that's interesting. Now what I want you to do, EW, make sure that you find out where there's a website that we can verify the information. Now, family, they got a lot of stuff. Who in here travels internationally? Who's out overseas? That means hello, everyone. Hello, everybody say hello to Henry. Yes, indeed. Who travels tonight? We're just picking a topic. Y'all come on into the room. We are glad that you are here. Oh, what's that right there, family? What is this? Now, I believe Betty Bob's got this to us. That's what I remember saying. So here we have about Veteran Care International. I don't think this is necessarily sponsored by the VA, but I think this is supposed to be veteran clinics in Punta Cana focuses on your recovery, your health, and your life. They have medical rehabilitation and medical tours. There we go. Let's see what it's about. Veterans medical tours to Punta Cana. I don't know. Anybody know what Punta Cana is? Is that somewhere in the Caribbean? Not the Caribbean, in South America. Let's know. Oh, the Dominican Republic. Join us for an immersive experience crafted for veterans aiming to optimize their VA benefits in the Dominican Republic. This exclusive medical tour includes visit to leading medical facilities in Punta Cana. I guess that's in the DR, Dominican Republic. Individual assessments and customized care plans, opportunities to build connection with fellow veterans in the area, guided tours of the primary real estate and investment opportunities, memorable outings and cultural adventures, relaxation on the beach and leisure. Oh, so would y'all do something like that? That sounds interesting. How y'all feel about that, family? Tell us how y'all feel about it. Next year say, I will look into it, H-Town. Yeah, get us the information. Our email address, if y'all got any information that y'all can give us like that, right? Send it to our email address, and we really would appreciate it. And here's our email address. And we'll put the information out. When y'all share the information with us, we're going to put it out on the channel as much as we can. So our email is htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. That's how I'm finding about these stories. They're being emailed to me. Try to make them specific. Don't overwhelm, no spamming. Make sure it's information we can relate to the family. Not something I got to go figure it out. All right. Now, let's see. Put this one out. Now, listen, Ephraim says, Sean, I will also query a second that I know who has a service dog. Okay, testimonials. Henry say, I saw it on another vet channel about a week ago. Okay. Let us know. Can you let us know what channel that is? Let us know, Henry, what channel talked about what dogs? Let us know if that's what you're talking about. Service dog. That would be something to look into the Dominican Republic. Yes, indeed. That would be quite interesting, family. We're trying to sit here and make sure, we find out about these things. I find out about the DR. Okay. Definitely so. There's the information. So y'all, family, we going into this thing. If you want to know more, look like they have something. I don't know if it's past that. When was this? Oh, interesting. Look at this. Every Tuesday. So let's see. Join our weekly veteran webinar. Every Tuesday. Look what they say. We have a live. Every Tuesday, we host a live stream session where veterans can learn about the resources available to them, including access to medical care abroad, community building opportunities, and an experience relocating to the Dominican Republic. Be careful. Remember, verify, vet. We're not promoting. We're just putting out information here. Okay, we're not promoting it because, you want to make sure, especially if you go somewhere, do your due diligence, find out, because if you don't have health care when you go over there, and it may be hard to get access to your VA health care, you can't leave the country until you pay your medical bill in many countries. Did y'all know that? Did you know that? Come on now. Family, we making this thing happen. And we ain't going to be before you too long. So tell me what y'all been doing today. What y'all been having? What's been going on with y'all? Let us know. Because what I'm going to do here, I can do it right there. Let's see. Yeah, I got that one. All right, I'm looking at some of the things that make sure I didn't miss anything. And they tend to be changing stuff at the airport. Before you go in there and expecting that you can park free at your airport, find out the particulars. Look like they're changing things. It's a H-Town. Aren't you Dominican? No, I am not Dominican. No, I am not. Let me come on here. I am a Southern black man. Don't get me deported. Coastie trying to get me deported, fam. Y'all gonna let him get me out the country? Come on now. Better have a travel insurance. Now, listen. Bionic Woman brought this up. I think she brought up the travel insurance. When you go places, you need travel insurance. Especially if you're going on these excursions. Doc Shell, I see you don't believe in the government. Boy, you cuss out every part of the government. Doc Shell, life is a beach. Yes, it is. Henry say that's the YouTube video site. Okay. Yes, indeed. Family, this is important that y'all understand these things. What's going on? Let's see here. Let me see. I'm looking for a couple of things here. And I thank y'all. I'm going back, so I thank y'all. Keep commenting. Anything you want to talk about, y'all can talk about it tonight. And that ain't no problem. Let's see what was got here. Now, So now eco parking, they've changed it somewhat. Okay. I'm glad you said something about it. Sean, we're gonna get to you. EW say, Sean, maybe email your questions to H-Town and I will send him an email also. We have a way to communicate. Yes. And we'll get the information right back. Because what I'm gonna start doing when y'all do it, we're gonna get the information right back to you. Henry said, this is the vet's name, Ruben. Okay. All right. Ruben G. I can't say the last name. Eco parking lots up to 60 days of free parking if you have DV plates in Texas. Call and let's confirm. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. U.S. Army Grunt, everybody show love, says, H-Town Vet Northside, hello, sir. Hope you had a great day. Hello, H-Town family. Hope all had a good day so far. Yes, indeed. Now, listen to what he said. I wouldn't get you deported, H-Town, not until you get your food stamp. Oh, so I have something to eat while I'm in the Dominican, right? Oh, that's so kind of you. Hey, you saw me growing. Listen, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. That's at International and our Hobby, Houston Hobby. Okay. Houston is Houston Hobby Airport. When he said we got two main airports here in Houston, Bush Intercontinental Airport, or that. Yes, indeed. Fam, y'all are something else up in here. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking at something here. I'm looking for something. So let us know what's going on with you here. We're not gonna hold you long. We appreciate what you've done. Let me see. All right, let me see what we got. Okay. I think we got that information to you. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go over a little bit over the M21. We gave y'all some news. Thank you. And y'all chatting away. Look at you. OT say evening all. Even everybody show love to our brother. So we just doing we just talking tonight. Choose the topic you like to talk about. Now I've had enough I've had enough being on ships, so no cruise ships and none of the outbreaks, although I think all the toxics in U.S. snipes have been exposed to would probably take or kill the virus breakout. Oh, I hope y'all ain't got too many chemicals in you. All military personnel seem like we got some. I like going on cruises. I prefer cruises over flying. Which one do y'all prefer? If you prefer to be on a cruise ship or airplane, or you say railroad, we have San Diego Marine in here, much love. Henry A says, does anyone have a copy of their C file or medical records? I got a copy of my medical records. I don't have my full C file. I got it from the National Archives. It gave me my personnel and some medical records. I don't think I had no medical stuff in there. So let me take that back. I've never been on a cruise ship, never intend to. Why not? Why wouldn't you go on a ship? Sometimes people get sick on the ships. Let us know. And for those of you coming into the room, we want to say thank you. I'm the H-Town vet. Tonight is open topic night. This channel is unique. You can talk about not just veteran information, anything that's on your mind within reason. Now, we ain't going to talk about lonely fans, okay? Jason them say, Coasty, don't get me deported. I have my papers and passport. It was actually easier to enter the country. I just got back from Colombia, and all the immigration officers said, step in front of the line, camera in. Wow, I'm scared to leave the country. Coastal got me nervous, like they're going to be pulling me to the side. I'm saying I'm from Texas. I'm from I was born in Southeast Texas. Oh, listen, remember Chaplain Davis used to say, I was born in East Mexico, because this used to be a part of Mexico. Grace says, U.S. Army Grunt, pray over everything, need not to be weary. You got this. It's going to be okay. Breath, take time for yourself and heal. Now, I didn't know what, he said something. You all right? Oh, you was talking directly to her. All right, okay. I didn't want to miss your comment. Now, let's see what we got down here. Everybody's speaking to everybody. Let me make sure I didn't miss nothing. Then we have San Diego Marine says, evening, veteran family. Evening to you, brother. So glad you're here. Have a good day. Welcome to the U.S., LOL. Now, I've noticed in family, I've been saying, they've been cutting veteran discounts at different places. Have you experienced veteran discount when you go in a place, they say we no longer offer it? I've seen that at least 4 places. Popeyes being one of them. Uh-oh. They say it gets senior discount, but not that. Then Grace says hi to OT and San Diego. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Everybody should we be fussing at Coasty? Where's Coasty been? Coasty ain't said nothing. Where you been, Coasty? And you been all right? Oh, San Diego Marine says, H-Town Vet Northside evening. Good evening, San Diego. Hope you had a good Monday. How was your Monday, family? Let us know what your Monday was like. Now, listen to what Charles said. I got a copy of my medical records from the Navy. Okay. Still waiting on my C file. 66 Love say, will be a year in 2 weeks. You've been waiting for almost a year. Grace says, OT, there's a change. H-Town said with My Healthy Vet. Yes, indeed, OT. OT, I don't know if you heard about it. It was this morning. And here's the telephone numbers you want to contact. You can go to the website. They are retiring it as a standalone site. And you can go to My Healthy Vet through va.gov for more information, or watch the beginning of this video. We pulled it up. Now, I always ask a business if a business had a discount, because of a lot of them don't advertise a discount. Now, that's the interesting part. Let me ask you, what's the biggest discount you've gotten from a place? Panera Bread, they almost gave me like a 50% discount. I'm telling you, family. Yes, indeed. My Monday wasn't good. Had a mental breakdown. Well, we praying for you. Did you go get help? Did you go get help? Now, yeah, who are you getting help? If y'all have an open claim, make sure y'all let us know where you getting the help at. Family, why did that go on for 2 hours last night? Why did that go on for 2 hours? Name some places that you know give a good veteran discount. Let us know. Let's see. They say I wouldn't get anyone deported, nothing but love for the family. I know that's an inside joke. Coastie been around a while. Because they used to best of me say I was Dominican. I said I ain't because guess what, Coastie? You better have a rent house, a rent garage by your house, because I'm gonna come hide out at your place in Massachusetts. They know, like, look, when that's where you from, I'm from Massachusetts. They say not with that accent. What place gives Panera Bread gives a good veteran discount? I love it. Most only give 10%. We're gonna go over the list again because we went over the list some time ago. Let's see. Grace said U.S. Army run 3 people. Yes, indeed. Now, we're gonna get into it here. And we thank you for your patience. So let's see if there's been any changes. He said, H-Town, you always have a room on the yacht. You hear what I'm saying? He gonna take me out in that water. I'm gonna get seasick. I'm gonna try to deal with it. I don't know if I've been on cruises. I've been on small boats. Yeah. Now, family, let's see what's going on here with the VA dealing with the M21 updates. So they had an update on the 7th of this month, 7th of May, 2020. 2026. And they're updating just clarification on jurisdiction of claims involving a special mission or circumstances. Okay, they're talking about that. And there's a couple of them. One say, update to clarify the jurisdiction of claims involving foreign residency. Some people file for claims outside the country, family. So this was on the 7th of May also. Now, I just need my Home Depot and Lowe's for the time my wifey wants new appliances. I hear you. Yes, indeed. Family, let's see what else they got here. Any updates? Y'all just keep chatting away. Whatever you want, it's open. Pick a topic, anything. I've talked about the changes to My Healthy Vet, and a lot of people brought up service dogs. Now here go another one, dealing with the Philippines. Update to clarify jurisdiction of Philippines claim based on type of service, because they do have a VA hospital and a VA regional office in the Philippines. I forget exactly where it's at. Let's see if they got anything that's. So there's a lot of things that's been going on. I don't see anything. Let me see right here. This seems interesting. Update here on May 1st to incorporate the holding in that Spicer versus McDougal, and to revise and clarify guidelines on aggravation of a non-service connected disability by a service-connected disability. Call it the Allen aggravation. So if you have a non-service connected disability, I've never thought about that. Have y'all ever thought about that? That if you got a non-service connected disability that is aggravated by a service connected disability, you might be able to get benefits. Have we ever discussed that before? Let us know. Yes, near the Eau Claire base in PI. Yes, indeed. So, family, I've never heard that. Look what they're saying here. This is why we learn. So they're talking about need for an examination or medical opinion involving a aggravation of a non-service connected disability by a service connected disability. Well, okay. So you're service connected for something that aggravates. We're gonna get to the bottom of that, family. I will definitely get into that. Man, I like that. See, family, we sitting there talking. We coming up with information. Family, I'm gonna tell you what. Family, we learn as we go, don't we? Did not know. We about to find out. Well, we kind of word it as what? Like a non-service. So that they do pay for aggravation. Yeah, that we kind of talk, but I never heard them worded like that. So I guess it's dealing with them paying you for aggravation. But this is, oh, look, everybody coming into the room. We thank you so much. We got the real Sir Gemini. We just talked about, I think, then we mentioned Walla Walla, Washington, dealing with the My Healthy Vet changes. Go watch the video from the beginning, and we'll put the number. They will be making changes. That's something Raider can speak about. Yeah, and I think they may be wording it in a way, but it's probably something we've already discussed. But I never heard that. So let's say you have. Now we usually say they pay for aggravation standalone, right? So they'll pay for something standalone if it's a preconditioned illness before military and you get aggravated with it. That's one thing. But we never, to my knowledge, talked about you having a pre-existing condition before the military, non-service connected disability, right? Non-service connected that can be aggravated by the service connected. So that's interesting. I think that would be an interesting topic. What y'all think? Y'all think H-Town need to cover that? Put a yes or no in the chat. Example would be service-connected PTSD and claim sleep apnea secondary to PTSD. Yes. So you're already diagnosed with sleep apnea, which may be non-service connected, but you're going to say your PTSD has something to do with it. That's service connected. Okay. We're trying to make this thing happen, ain't we? Yes. Y'all say yes, for sure. Yes. Everybody say hi to the real Sir Gemini. EW says, wow, Charleston, hadn't been in a year or so. Okay. We have some, now listen what Gray said. We need some clarification on the non-service connected by service connection, or is vice versa. Well, if the service connected got to be charged, but got to be caused by something in service. So we're gonna get on that. Okay. Oh yes. Let's see. Because it can't be service connected if it was caused by something outside the service. And what we were talking about, family, interesting thing they got here in the notes. I'll go back to it. Look at this, family. They talking about aggravation of non-service connected disability. So you have a disability that's not service connected, but it's aggravated by a service connected disability. We got to get into some examples on that. Okay. And I guess we'll put the law in there. Now I want y'all to check this out. All right, look here, family. Legal basis under 38 CFR 3.310B, an increase to severity of a non-service connected condition that is approximately due to or a result of a service-connected disability or injury will be service-connected. Fam, y'all look up. There go the law right there. I'm doing what's OT tonight. Y'all got that right there? Go look up that law. We're gonna go over that, huh? If all else fails, try aggravation. Yes, indeed. 66 Love say, Sean, depends on what it is. Some things are fairly easy. Click the link and let's see. Yes, indeed. Oh, family, we finding some things out here. Aggravation due to a service-connected condition is a tough claim. Yeah, definitely so. Y'all say we need to cover it. Ephraim says that, EW says claims that service-connected PTSD aggravation, non-service-connected sleep apnea would result in a 0% rate. Okay, there go the rule there. But it has to be beyond the natural progression of the condition. So let's say your non-service connected disability is affected by your service connected disability, where it can't be that non-service connected disability was going to get that worse over time anyway. They only paying you for the part that the service connected disability made it worse. Beyond the natural. The claims are treated similar to secondary claims, where the service-connected condition acts as a pretty much an approximate cause that are worsening of the secondary condition. All right. You need your nexus for it, okay? You need to show a connection between the two and identify the aggravation. You need to gather your evidence, obtain medical opinion. You need to do all this. And you need to explain this to them clearly and submit your claim. Because if you don't submit your claim, and you need to remember that law, okay? Go look up, see, if you know how to properly quote the law, you're going to do good. Remember the quote. There it is right there. H-Town brought it to you. Sean, I heard, but a couple of secondary connection to primary. Family, y'all been so incredible, and I really appreciate y'all because by covering these things, we're able to get to the bottom of it, knowing what yes, indeed. And I guess this is the court case used to incorporate Spicer versus McDougal. All right. Check the court case out and look at all this stuff dealing with that. Look at all the changes that then came on May the 1st dealing with that court case. Do y'all think we may need to go over this court case? All these changes. This didn't fill the game out. Somebody done went in there and yes, indeed. We're going to have to go through that. Oh, family, I'm enjoying this here. Question, Raider says, to argue with a CMP examiner. I personally don't think that's a good strategy. Now, let me ask you this here. I want to make sure we're clear. Did he say argue with them or questioning them? Because you can't question them. I would say questioning them because like it's a fine line when you enter CMP exam. And wouldn't you agree that the CMP examiner has a lot of power? Now, let me ask you that there. If you enter a CMP exam and you feel that you're not, he says to ask questions. Okay, right. So now you have a right to ask questions. Let me give you an example of a question I said you ask, and you let me know. Hey, listen, Charles, to speak your mind freely here, because I want to make sure everything's clear. let's say you're in a CMP exam. The doctor asks you certain questions, but they ask you very little about the condition while you're there. What are you supposed to do, family? What are you supposed to do if the doctors check you out for mental health, but they ask you, how do your feet hurt? And they don't ask you many questions about your mental health. What do you do? So let's see. You say, I believe HQ knew his evidence was solid. If you are on shaky ground, you may not be a good idea. Now listen, but you need to get certain things on the record. I want you to understand one thing, that when you're in there, you don't necessarily have to be confrontational, but you need to get it on the record. And if they didn't ask you questions, say, Doc, you didn't ask me nothing about my knee. You didn't do the measurements of my knee. Is it any reason why you did it? You can ask in a polite way. Okay? And if they say, well, I don't see no need to do it, you document that and say the doctor said there was no need. Huh? Look, I read a study that shows that a deviated septum can cause heart arrhythmias. A heart condition can be a secondary to rhinitis with deviated septum, but getting the examiner to agree would be difficult. And guess what? So this is the thing, and I'm glad you brought that up, Charlton. Listen, because we want everything to be clear here, that when they not doing what they supposed to do, you document and you disagree with it, but you disagree in a certain way. If they ask, listen here, my friend, he used to, they call it what? When you jump out of helicopter, air assault, when you jump out of helicopter on the ropes. Well, he injured his feet. He went in a CMP exam because his feet was injured. You know what that examiner asked him to do? To jump off the table to see how much pain he would have. He say, if I jump off, doctor, what you gonna do about my pain? I say, well, forget about it. So you got to make sure that they have you doing nothing ridiculous. Rader was talking about CMP examiner bias and how to overcome the bias. How should we overcome the bias? Now, we got to be clear. We cannot be, we got to do our best not to argue with a doctor. Who've had a contentious CMP exam? Put CMP in the chat if you've ever had one where it was kind of, y'all had some conflict in there. I had one. Put conflict in the chat. Conflict CMP. Whoever had conflict in their CMP? I did. Put CMP in the chat. I'm sorry, you can put CMP. Conflict or CMP. Okay, the real Sir Gemini has had conflict in the CMP exam. H-Town Vet has had conflict in the CMP exam. Charlton has had conflict in the CMP exam. Henry, I agree, have to read the room. But if they have more knowledge and we're not as knowledgeable, we got to make sure that they don't put us in no trick bag. So EW, effect of oh wow. Y'all talking about that heart condition. Y'all got deep with me. Or y'all are a doctor. Y'all got medical background, man. Y'all use some big words. Thank you. Okay, he helped them out. Yes, indeed. Whatever he said, he helped them out with it. What do you do if you're having issues with a CMP examiner? What type of things that you need to do? We might have to cover that. One thing you need to do is you need to make sure you write down everything as soon as you leave out the room. You might want to take notes while you're in there. Huh? You say I play you play a doctor on TV and you stay at a Holiday Inn hotel. Take notes. That's the key thing. One thing, if you're in there and that CMP exam is becoming contentious, take notes. Remember, and that's what Raider was saying last night. Remember that what happened. And if they do something that's out the way, you need to see if they have examiner bias against veterans. And he asked, will this help at all? And remember, that wasn't Raider's first time dealing with that examiner. He had got evaluated before, and it did. And remember, he got denied by that. The examiner didn't put the right information that helped get his claim approved, and then he ended up getting the claim approved. Jason, so they sent him back there a second time. He said, hold on, this person, he asked the question, but you need to know how to ask it. Jason, is that Sean? Is what Sean is referring to something to help your research? Yes, indeed. Henry says, and make sure if you can take someone with you as well. Okay. Now listen, what are some of the things we should do to be ready to go into a CMP exam? Henry say take someone with you, but what you do, Henry, if they say no, you can't bring nobody into the room with you with the CMP. You got to come by yourself, and this has happened, Henry. So you can do your best. Should you notify them ahead of time that if it's okay for my spouse to come in, or do you just throw them on them all at once and say, hey, we here. I'm not going in without this person, my daughter, my cousin, my neighbor. Is that a requirement? Can the doctor say they don't want you bringing them in there? Now, Charlton said, my CNP was a nurse. It was in 2019 for asbestos COPD. She said right out, you were a smoker in service. They don't like that. You need to document that. And what he would say, if you've asked our question like that, what you can say to stuff like that, Charlton, are you saying, what do you mean by they don't like it? Does that mean my asbestos still did not affect me? Ask them to clarify. Review the DBQ prior to going to the CMP. Any other advice? That's an excellent advice. You need to get a copy of the public DBQ so you'll know what they'll be covering, so you make sure you don't miss nothing. If they forget to ask questions, you can make sure, hey, doc, right at the end, this is something I'm giving you a tip. What I did, I asked the doctor questions before I left. Okay? Yes, but it was overturned by a higher level review. Okay. Yes, ask the questions when making the appointment. Yeah, so ask the question. See, don't just show up in there with your spouse and saying, oh, my spouse coming in there with me. You don't want doctors and people to feel like you're just buffaloing them. And ask the medical staff, say my spouse will be accompanying me. Is that okay? That's what I'm talking about. Family, this has been incredible. I ain't gonna hold y'all kind of late. Any other questions, any final things, any other things you want to talk about on that, we'll get to it. I want to let y'all know that y'all are important. Y'all making this thing happen. And we're gonna keep going over things that cover what we need, right? So we thank you so much. Any other statements, comments, or concerns? I guess y'all are saying something else. Henry says, look up the person who is doing the exam before hand and see the reviews. See the reviews of that doctor. When you look up, so one of the things you need to do, make sure you verify the location. Once you know you're going to a CMP exam that the VA scheduled you for. Because if you know the doctor on your own, you've not already done the research. You should have if you're going to see them, if there's an independent doctor outside the VA system. But if you're going with a doctor or medical professional, you need to know if they are clinical licensed psychologist, psychiatrist, nurse practitioner. You need to know their credentials. Guess what else you need to know? If they've had any reprimands against their license. Huh? Look and see if if they've had any bad reviews, was that any of them from veterans? Did you hear what H-Town said? Everybody show love. That's a fact, Henry, from Flex Man. We so glad you were here. That everybody show love to Flex Man. Now, next thing, look up their credentials. Look at their credentials and see what area they're qualified. If you're going in there for a mental health exam and they send you to a foot doctor, that's the wrong one. So QTC sent the paperwork and states no one but the vet. Okay. Yeah, but once you know the address, you better check it out. Now listen, I got to read this because this is good stuff. Because they said when Charlton went in there about COPD and about asbestos exposure, the examiner, sometimes they throw little slick stuff in like this. Charlton, this is what Sean said, Charlton, even if you didn't smoke, they would probably say you were exposed to secondary hand smoke. Yes, they would. Sean, exactly. Come on now. See, that's why we got to stay in there. Ephraim says, Henry A., great suggestion, where to find reviews on Google. You know, what is that? What was that bird site? And you can use the VA rating against them because who've ever done a CMP exam at the VA hospital? You understand what I'm saying? Charlton, the chemicals. Focus on the chemical symptoms, Charlton. Yeah, they bring up smoking. You focus on the chemical symptoms. H-Town, hello. I thought you would be on Tuesday. I will. This is why I did this. Because last night, I promised y'all an open mic and we kind of got, some visitors. But I want to make sure when I promise y'all something, I do it. So I want to make sure y'all know. Betty Bob, what's going on, my sister? Everybody should love the Betty Bob. I just came on. We just talking about going them CMP exams. What advice do you give people going into a CMP exam? I say take notes. I say, so if they say something, you said you didn't say, so one, you take notes. And when you get through with the exam, get a copy of the report and see if there's anything that's untrue on there. And if you got evidence reported to one of the examining companies that the VA that used the schedule and set it up. That's what Rader did last night. He told us he did. Asbestos takes 30 to 40 years to get bad after exposure. That's what you need to let them know. Happy Mother's Day. We hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day, Betty. Yes, indeed. We ain't forgot you. We wasn't going nowhere till you got here. Charlton came in kind of a little late, but because ain't no late. I just did it last minute. This is the fastest live stream I put together. Sometimes I want to make sure we cover everything. Evening, my sister Betty. Hope you had a great day. Yes, indeed. Coasty in here. We got another sailor in the house. Now, hello, Coasty. Have not seen you for ages. Oh, they own you. He on that yacht out in the middle of nowhere. Betty Bob Shipmate, where you been? Oh, Lord. Look and say, do I sense a little jealousy? Where you been? Who you been with? Why you smelling like another man's cologne? I'm just messing. Listen, we missed you too, Betty. But thank you for the information. We went over some of the information today. I think that was some of the stuff you get. Thank you. Oh no, I went over what you was telling about the YouTube videos or something. Flexman, I always end the exam, especially if it's pleasant, with I would like to thank you for serving your service to us. We appreciate you. Now, another way you can end it, if there were any questions that they did not ask you, that's why it's important to get a copy of the DBQ, okay, beforehand. And you kind of go over it and know what stuff they need to be asking you. If they don't ask you, ask them about this. Well, Doc, if they don't ask you, say, well, Doc, I want to say a few other things that bother me. I have trouble sleeping at night. I wake up in cold sweats. So if they don't cover panic attacks, you don't have to use the word panic attack. Use the symptoms and describe what happened. Because you say I have panic attacks. Now you a doctor now? Say, no, I feel like somebody's sitting on my chest, or I see the event all over again. I relive it. You ain't got to say I got flashback. Tell them about the symptoms, because let them determine whether it's a flashback or not. Am I making sense? Come on now, family. Henry say, I have done my first couple of exams at the VA hospital. Yeah, I did one. Anybody that did a CMP exam at the VA hospital, was it approved with the VBA? Meaning it was actually in the VA healthcare. Sometimes they don't send you to outside. Put let me see. So my CMP exam at the VA, I'm gonna put it was, I'm gonna put a D for denied. Mine was denied. I have filed for an increased rating. Mine was denied. Anybody did a CMP exam at the VA hospital or VA clinics, was your denied. Now, what was absolutely right? Let me know what I said was absolutely right. See, these CMP exams, I want to talk about this because y'all have anxiety like I did going to them. Now, I'm about to throw some more mess in the game. We're going to talk about the do's and don'ts again. We're going to do another one on the do's and don'ts of a CMP exam. We got to do that, don't we? Come on now, family. We got to do that again. Don't we have to do that? Let me see what I got here. All right. Let me see what I got. Family, because I'm going to tell you why that's important. The problem is we don't actually, we be so anxious, we don't think about what's going on. We just mainly responding to what the doctor's saying, right? Come on now. We just print. Okay, hold on. I missed something there. Give me a second. Now, see, when you're in these CMP exams, we need to talk about this thing, family. Okay? We need to talk about it. We've talked about this in the past. We've broken it down. But there's some things you need to be clearly aware of. When you go in there, don't go in there saying stuff that misrepresents or contradicts what you're going in there for. That's why I am very concerned about you taking someone into a CMP exam. I know y'all may not like it, but if that person says something that's totally contradicting to what you're saying, and I don't say you have to rehearse what you say, that's going to be problems. They say, do you have trouble sleeping? And you say yes, but then you end up with your spouse say, no, I never noticed they had trouble sleeping. Well, if they were already asleep before you went to bed, how they know? Huh? Now, family, what we talking about right now, and y'all know H-Town got a slide for everything. Don't H-Town have a slide for everything? Come on now. Because this is what gets us. Now, remember, I believe the most powerful part of your claim is the CMP exam. The do's and the don'ts, family. We got to come up with the do's and the don'ts, okay, on the CMP exam. What do we say one of the main things you don't need to do? Huh? The main thing you don't need to do is go in there unprepared. Do not go into a CMP exam unprepared. You need to be prepared on what's being covered. You going in there bringing your pain or your knee medicine or your knee surgery, but you actually in there for a hearing problem, unless it's connected. I've done a CMP in 2010. Okay. All right. I have done a say file a FOIA right after the CMP exam. Now you can just request that. You ain't got to necessarily do a FOIA. You can request the exam. Okay. I request the exam and they gave me a copy of it. You can go to the regional office and request it or get your VSO to request it. My VA was smoother than the outside ones. What if that exam goes real fast? Is that a problem? You can put in your personal statements that you would like to see a certain exam company or use the VHA for exams. Never thought about that part, saying you want to use the VA Healthcare Administration or healthcare system for the help. I had a bad experience myself. I don't want to deal with them, but I didn't know you could have that. Now listen, better about say evening, good evening, Grace. Hope you had a beautiful Mother's Day. I had a great one Monday. Yes, indeed. Like and subscribe, family. Now listen, why are the CMP exams confidential? How long to get those when you forward the request? I didn't have to forward it. I just requested the exam like I request my award letter, and they gave me a copy of it. You need to know the date, right? You need to know the date and what it was about. Say back in 2010, okay? Now listen what we say. Now listen to what our brother say. Now I want this a do and a don't. Now listen to what I'm saying. OT say bring copies of your evidence just in case the examiner asks for a copy of your MRI reports, X-ray reports. My examiner asks for exactly that. Now, usually they're supposed to go by what the VA system gave them. I'm surprised they asked you that question, brother. But don't take no stack of paperwork in there. Take 1 or 2 pages, maybe the X-rays, and say, Doc, have you seen my X-rays? They say yay or nay. They say, I got a copy of them here. Doc, my doctor said this one thing about my condition being permanent. They may or may not got. I showed them 1 page and they say, oh, I know that doctor. Okay, so they might take them as more credible. Ooh, and you got to be careful because they may not want to see the paperwork, so you just let it ride. Let's see what we got. I was denied in 2010 for the CMP exam at the VA. I was too in 2014, I think, or the 12, or somewhere around that same time. Flexman say, were you anxious sometime that we don't elaborate and sometimes get too chatty? We have to focus on the objective, yet be relaxed. At the same time, focus on what the doctor is asking you. Don't go in there just blah, blah, blah. You might say something contradictory. You answer the question yes or no, and then you express what your main concern is that they doesn't cover. You know, yeah, H-Town, keep your cool at the CMP exam. Mine, the nurse triggered me. I had to say, well, I'm doing this for my cell attender mate. I was so mad. Wow. Now we have Texas Mountaineer in the house says, greeting H-Town Vet Fam. Y'all are incredible. Now, that brother's talking about VA is full of give us some of that good information that you be having. Get hired at Burger King. I used to like Burger King. Oh, here's another one you don't do. The do's and don't. Give us a do or don't. Don't lie. Family, I want y'all to put do or don't. One thing you don't do in there, go in there and lie on that in that CMP exam. 10 likes and 21 watching. Family, we should have more likes. Hit that like button, family. We would appreciate it. U.S. Army Grunt say, good night, H-Town family. Have a 8 a.m. doctor's appointment in the morning. I hope and pray everyone has a great tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Now listen to what our Flex says. And when y'all have all the chat going up on the side here, I'm not going to read. We got Solaris in the house. Flex says VROs would print it, schedule a Vera ASAP soon after the exam. Yes. Coach say, good night, Grunt. Hope all goes well with you. Yes, we do. And Texas Mountaineer say, greetings, H-Town vet family. And Texas Mountaineer, what we're talking about, some of the do's and don'ts you need to be aware of. Don't exaggerate or lie, because you're going that can get you, they can get you for malandering. Now listen to what Grace says. H-Town, I have the dates and locations of my CNP exam. Who did you request from? You can go to the regional office and get a copy. And I say, hey, but you got to give it a couple of weeks. You need the exact date. Say, I had a CNP exam on this date. I'd like a copy of it, please. They gave it to me. And you can ask your if you have a VSO, they can look it up and print it off right there. And I went over it. And I'm going to tell you what I did. I got a copy of my CNP exam before they made a decision, and I already had my rebuttal ready. Did you hear what I said? I already had my rebuttal ready. So they showed me symptoms at 100% rate, and I had typed up my rebuttal, the law that went with it. Huh? Y'all see me put the evidence with the quotes from the medical records, but they gave me my rating, so I didn't need the rebuttal. But I had it sitting back. Now that's how I like it. Blank out one letter, like you did. Say, I can't do the CNP exams. I tell them to get blanked. No, you can't tell them that. You got to get your paper. You better be getting your ratings. Tell me if that helped everybody know that you go get a copy from the regional office. You should be able to request it. Maybe, I don't know about how it works online. Now listen what Betty says. 13 likes, 23 watching. Please make all comments on topic, like and subscribe. Family, don't we need that? I needed to hear that. She's setting the decorum of the room. Family, any more do's and don'ts, family? Listen, let me get that water. Solaris say, hi all. Hi, Solaris. Do you have any do's and don'ts going to a CNP exam? We said don't lie. I say don't leave. If they don't cover everything, if for the doctor dismiss you, say, doctor, I got a few things I need to say, and you cover the stuff that they didn't cover. Tell them how your need prevents you from getting around. If they didn't ask you how it affects your mobility, you need to do it. What's the shortest CNP exam y'all have ever had? Do you remember? Make sure your answers match your personal statements and our medical records. Yes, indeed. Now listen, say, tell the examiner they are low IQ. No, we ain't telling them that. You just talking crazy. They might give you an approval. Doc Shelley, a pistol flex me, he out of control yesterday. Everybody still loves Solaris. Take a list of truths with you. Now listen. Now tell me what that means. Truths. Okay, the things that match up with the things that's in your medical records that you know the truth. No contradictory information. And tell them about how it's affecting your life now. Now you say Roch Raider HQ for a while ago, he said that he asked the CFP examiner 3 questions. Listen here to follow. 1, do you think it's scientifically possible that X and general can cause Y? Okay, in general can cause Y. Could this one thing cause the other? Could my listening to loud noises cause tinnitus or hearing loss? X and Y, are they connected? Family, we talking about VOs, officers, public contact, acts nicely. Yes, indeed. Speak on it, H-Town. Let me tell y'all something. When you're going in there, If they don't do a complete exam, you need to make sure you say something about that. How will I know if it's complete or not? You're going to get a copy of that public DBQ that they mentioned earlier in the chat. Come on now. Okay, we'll do Roanoke office. Okay. And we'll go over the exam information again. H-Town, where did you get a copy of your exam? Was it at the regional office? It was at the regional office here in Houston. Now, here was the problem back then. Don't get scared about what I'm about to say. Back then, they used to say if you requested, I didn't tell my VSO I requested. He said, oh, I didn't want to slow down your case. But now they do stuff by technology. I don't think that's an issue because he was old school, so he thought it was going to slow down. But I had a copy of it. And even if it slowed it down, bam, it didn't slow nothing down. But I went and got it on my own without him. Current raters are high school dropouts. Now, they say the requirements are not what it used to be. Now, listen. Family, y'all cutting up in here. Listen to what Texas Mountaineer. If you have any do's and don'ts for CMP exams, put them in the chat, please. Now, Texas Mountaineer say, if you have doubts about a medical nexus, what if anything would be the most persuasive thing to change your mind? If I had doubts, like if I was an examiner or something, well, number one thing is that you make a clear connection between what happened to you in the military and the injury or condition that's connected to your service, and showing emergency room visits, some treatment shortly after the injury happened. That helps a lot, right? Things that would show a connection and continuous treatment now, how it's affecting you now. Rater would refer to as the third element, a current diagnosis, okay? Now listen, VSOs can also give you those, but for some unknown reason, they don't give them out. Yes, but you need a copy of that. I have a copy of every CMP exam that I had, and that's what made me knowledgeable. Now listen to what OT says. He goes on to say, there is also a way to request it in your portal. Well, we need to find that out. Definitely so. Now, one day I'm going to pull the portal up or something. You're going to help us get into it. Fam, we're talking about the do's and the don'ts of CMP exams because we just started off asking any questions you had any questions topic, and this is one of the topics that came up. The real Sir Gemini say, good night, you son of a gun. Yes, indeed. Any question from y'all about the do's and don'ts on a CMP exam? Grace said, does the DAV have access? If you've given them power of attorney, they don't have access to the VBMS. Yes. Okay, didn't know that. OT said, attend that dang thing. Yeah, meaning don't miss it. That's a don't. You missed the exam, or if you're late to exam, that's a problem. You may not get another one, and you may be denied. Charlton say, be polite. Yes, if they do have VBS access. OT said, now listen. What is it? I don't know what that is. My FOIA request is still on step 2. Yeah, that's why you just request the exam itself. Okay? And we're going to go more into this. I'm thinking we're going to have to cover this too. Family, this is very important that y'all understand. Let me see if it's anything I missed that you need to make sure that you do when you're going there to that CMP exam. All right? Make sure you talk about why you're there. That's number one. Be informed about, know why you're there. You're there for a knee injury. You're there for a mental health evaluation. You need to be clear. You need to also be clear or know why you there when it comes to, are you there to get a medical diagnosis? Well, if you don't have that, you need to try to make sure you talked about that nexus. That's the nexus, right? I mean, the medical diagnosis. I'm sorry. Are you diagnosed with an ankle injury? Are you diagnosed with a mental health condition, the one you claiming? It's hard to get in there if you don't. Number two, you need to make sure you have a nexus, a service connection, something to show that service connected. Now, you might have had that already. If you got the diagnosis and the service connected connection, all you there, you already service connected for it. You just need a measure of severity. You need to show how it has gotten worse. You need to say how your condition has gotten worse. All right? These are the do's and don'ts, family, and we want you to understand. You need to review your claim file. That's a do. You need to make sure you have some evidence. All right? That's what if you coming in there, present that clinical evidence that shows that you don't carry a lot of papers. You need to understand the process of how the doctor is rating. You need to understand the process of how the examiner will measure things. You need to know how it goes. You understand? You need to make sure, that's why I say get a copy, that the DBQ is correct and complete. Please be truthful. Y'all said that. Answer the questions they ask you. And if it's just as a yes and no answer, just answer it yes or no. Am I right? Let them know if they say, oh, what's the date? Oh, your condition seems pretty good today. Let them know about sometime it is worse than others. Never say it's ever good. Let them know it fluctuates, that you have bad hair days and good hair days. Now, another thing you need to do is make sure they submitted that DBQ. That's why you want to check. Please, don't be absent. Don't be late. You hurting yourself on that. All right? Don't self-diagnose. Don't go in there and say, yeah, I looked it up on ChatGPT. I looked everything up on ChatGPT. Doc, I know more than you. I am clinically diagnosed with schizophrenia. Wow. Oh, now you self-diagnosing now. OT, I need a referral to your agent. Okay. Let's see. If you go to with a current diagnosis, it makes it a little easier for the examiner. And you may not even, I heard of Gideon Law. Yeah, I heard of them. I got some good information from them. Check them out. Y'all know any other lawyers that y'all recommend? Everybody verified now, though. Gideon Law, I've heard of them. I haven't heard much bad about them. Flex says, my RO regional office declined my request for the code sheet, stated that form is for office use only. They denied me too. That VA rating code sheet told me I can get it, but they never gave it to me. I went up there, the man got it to me in 45 seconds. About 3 minutes, maybe. Because he had to walk to the back. Did you hear what I said? They can give it to you if they want to, Flex, man. I got mine about 3 months ago. Have been waiting 8 months. Now, in Maryland, D.C. area. Okay. Important if the rater in the Philadelphia area move. Okay. Family, yes, indeed. Are we getting to it? Now listen. I know, right. Now listen. Henry say, don't dress up. Wear what you normally wear. Yeah, that's not. Wear what you normally wear. It does change an examiner. Prescriptive on the exam. Was that perception? Prescription. DAV call VA for code sheet. They fax it. Yeah. If you have a representative. Now let's talk about that Gideon Law. Guidance Law School is cool. Hill and Punt is a rough watch. LOL. Now, why you call them a rough watch? They don't. I thought they talk pretty good. What is your thing? You say it's hard to if you get them to represent you, or what is it? Family, we ain't gonna hold y'all. We gonna start doing it more like this here. Who want to do more? Where you just Q&A. Y'all said in the past, y'all want to do. If y'all want to do more question answers, and I can pull up slides that's related to what you're talking about, like we did here. If y'all want to do more Q&A, put yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat if you want to do more Q&A. Now, Texas Mountaineer says, is the VA code sheet needed? Is the VA code sheet needed so you can see if your conditions are static? Yes. Go watch our videos. We have 7 videos on VA rating code sheets and static conditions. Yes, it's going to show whether it's static or not. Say H-Town, I will send you the number to request your rating sheet. Do that. Thank you, Sister Betty. So we're going to do more Q&As. Now, I want to ask y'all. Yes, he said yes, the text. If so, I can guide you through less than 10 lines. Okay. So yes. Now, y'all want to do more Q&As. Tell me some of the questions you have, and we'll try to have some answers for you. And we can just generally what topic you like to cover. Henry say Q&A, yes. Betty say Q&A, yes. There is a way to do that in the portal. You have to figure it out and send it to me. Send it to me, OT. The steps to do it, and I'll look it up. I will guide you there in the next few lines, okay? To see if a condition is static or not. Yes, indeed. And it's definitely on you need to print it out, whatever you get. Need it, sure. The hotline will also confirm. And you need a copy of that. And family, I want to say thank y'all. We're not going to hold it. Next time we're going to get here a little earlier. Any last statements, comments, or concerns? I think we've done an excellent job tonight. What y'all think? We have over 20 people in here. Family, was that a crazy night last night? Was that crazy? Wasn't that a long? We did 4 hours. We were doing it. Y'all came in. Y'all asked some questions. Then we had the Saltio Marine came in. Then Raider came in. Come on now, family. Any topics y'all want to cover? It was crazy. Yes, it was off the chain. Raider, is there anything that veterans should do, do's and don'ts in a CMP exam? They mentioned you shouldn't be, I mentioned you shouldn't be exaggerating. Some say that you need to take notes. Great job, H-Town Northside. Thank you very much. Everybody show love to Raider, please. Thank you, Raider, for coming through. Grace says it was a great collab. Why? Why was it a great collab? I know, one, because Raider was there and the Salto Marine, but why? What happened in that collaboration that stands out to you, that you really stood out, and you please show love to Raider? Because when you got people like Raider around, you got to support them. Now, Henry says, yes, it was great. Time flew by, nothing last night. I could have went on for another 5 to 6 hours, but y'all know me. Marathon. It was a good time. Why was it a good time? Then they said hi to Raider. Grace say hi to Raider. 66 Love says hi to Raider. Solara says hi, Raider. Then our brother that's been MIA, missing in action, posted out on that yacht, says, hey, Raider, like he been here the whole time. We missed you, Coasty. Henry says, Raider HQ, hello. Please go to his channel if you haven't went over there and support our brother in his endeavors and what he's doing, putting out the information that is necessary. So he might be not speaking for him, but starting a new channel that focuses on his other business. I think it was called Born. Is the opportunity to help veterans with their claims. Listen, somebody say Raider good evening. Better about say Raider good evening. Now, once extension install log into your VA portal and you can see your rating condition stat. Oh, let me do that one more time, family. Let me show y'all before you leave what we did do that were up to date. What we call it? There's been they're retiring the system, okay? So for those of you that don't know, you may not have been here and ready to say what's up. Good information and a few laughs between. Yes, indeed. Most go last night. You covered so much and just interacted with us vets, and it was interesting. I felt like I didn't interact enough. I felt bad. So y'all felt like I did. I didn't ignore y'all, right? Now let me say, Raider say, what's up? What's up? Hope, yeah, I feel I feel better, bro. Okay. I didn't know you were feeling bad, so I hope you feel better. Doing interviews for new staff today. Okay. All right. You be a busy man. Listen, a Raider say he's not hiring, but he's taking applications. You hear what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Good deal, Raider HQ. Yeah, that's why I say most people support. Don't be worried about the negative. Pay attention to things, but don't be worried about it. Family, if y'all didn't know, I'm about to share it with your screen right now. Y'all ready? Anybody that weren't here, want you to know. Right there, look at that. They're going to be retiring My Healthy Vet portal on May the 29th, 2026. However, now I want y'all to follow me. It will be going over to myhealthyvet.va.gov. So, you know, you need to follow. We went over this information. And if you want the telephone number, the contact, okay? There's the contact information. So it's no slow down on your access. And there it is right there. That's an update. We went over that earlier. Just want you to know that. Let's see what it say. Our brother say he's doing interviews today. Okay. How many interviews you did today? How many? That doggone Raider is a busy man. Good deal, Raider. Yes, indeed. Now, Henry says it was a free-flowing dialogue. The three of y'all just let it out, especially Raider at the end. Raider let it out. I thought I was going to catch a stray. Now, listen, OT say, I know it was a matter of time. Born will grow, yes, exponentially. Okay. Now, listen, Texas Mountaineer, select pretty print. Okay, up left, your disabilities are shown if they are static, it will be listed such, especially on your VA code sheet. Okay, now listen, Raider, I hope they're educated as you are. And they're going to have to train too, you know. I'm assuming they have to be trained. Good evening, Raider from Boom Nailed It. Okay. You say two. You interviewed two people. Okay. I have not let it go to my head, though. I hear you. Now, let's see. Everybody showing love to Raider. Texas Mountaineer say, Raider, I sent the H-Town family 3 questions for the CMP examiner moments ago. And Raider, clarify, because people are asking, saying, should you argue with the Raider? I mean, with the CMP examiner. If you're still here, let them know what you meant about it, because I'm assuming you were saying make sure you ask them the right questions if they're not what they're about, their mindset about whether they think your claim is valid or not. Remember, you got that when you had that exam. Let them know what you meant by that, because a couple people may have been confused. At least one was confused, thinking, saying, well, you're supposed to argue with the rater, argue with the CMP examiner. Now, My Healthy Vet is tied to the VA portal. Okay. Rater, I know you have high expectations, so you'll choose well. Yes, indeed. You can ask Rater nicely for a copy of your rating code sheet. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was a little, and I didn't want to speak for you. I was trying to clarify it. He said, always about being grounded, bro. Yes, indeed. Now listen to what our brothers say. And we need the clarity. That's why we have to clarify, because it may not have came across right. And I'm glad our brother asked that. Thank you for asking that, brother. Now listen what Rater says. No, you should never argue with a CMP examiner. Most of those situations and questions are to educate you to fight after the exam. That's what I was assuming. So you got to ask. So you asking, hey, so doc, you didn't need to do this, or what do you think? This is stuff that you're going to use as evidence. Yes, indeed. Family, any final questions, comments, or concerns? We're going to try to keep it under 3 hours. We want to thank y'all for under 2 hours. Let us know, family. We said be careful with those do's and don'ts, fam. Be careful with the do's and don'ts. We may have to go over them. And I appreciate y'all for breaking it down. Any last questions? If not, let's say good night, family. I want to say good night to Rater HQ. Thank you for coming in here. Any comments? Y'all can still comment now. I want to say good night to OT. Thank you for being so kind. Our sister Grace in the house. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Our brother Six Glove say rest well. Now listen to what Texas Mountaineer say. Review the Raiders videos posted today on about CMP exam. Check them out. Yes, indeed. Now listen and see, when it comes to Rater, y'all can y'all can share stuff about his channel, because he sends people over here. He put a link to my channel in his channel. Rater says, RHQ said night all. OT, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. And I'm trying to make them short as possible. Sometimes they're gonna be long because we're gonna get into the information, but I want to do it more frequently. And we will be back tomorrow night. That's gonna be one of our regular scheduled nights. OT say, yeah, all rest well. I just need to come here and check in with y'all. Solaris say, good night all. Thank you for being there. It's such a blessing. Solaris. Grace says, H-Town and Rater, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Betty says, H-Town, good night and have a lovely Tuesday. Yes, indeed. And we're going to be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time. Good night, Henry. Good night, John Boy. That's from Love. Good night, Henry. Love, 66 Love. My sister Betty, have a wonderful week. Henry says, Raiders cute night. Betty Bob say, good night, Sister Grace. Have a lovely Tuesday. Yes, indeed. Texas Mountaineer say, Rater and H-Town lead the league in assist. Go ahead, Texas Mountaineer. And we got to encourage each other. We got to be there. Now, listen, I spoke to VSO, who works for the state, and he said he listened to Rater every day. Wow. And listen, family, that's a good thing. They'll learn the pulse of what the people want, because they don't get to see you there, but for a certain thing, helping you with your claim. Now they get to understand some of the nuances. This will be helpful for a lot of people. Oh, family, tell us how much gas is where you at right now. I'm going to tell you the average price of gas here. Family, tell us how much the average price of gas. Good question, Coasty. And if you don't have it, look up Gas Buddy. If you need prices of gas, put Gas Buddy app. You need the Gas Buddy. Who ever heard of the Gas Buddy app? Who heard of the Gas Buddy app? The Gas Buddy app. Let me get it up on the screen here. Gas Buddy app. Oh, no. Oh, it ain't showing up. It's too much light. Maybe if I turn the light off. Let's see. Oh, this talking about driver. That go Gas Buddy. Gas Buddy app. And with my Gas Buddy app here, you go to find gas, they got the lowest is $3.72 in the area I'm at. The highest is $4.31. God dog. So we're gonna go with the highest. $4.31, fam. Come on now. Let's see what we got. So it's $4.31. I think I put in the chat, Coastal. Gas prices is $4.39 in the Tidewater area. Coastal say in Massachusetts is $4.59 up here. Wow. Betty says in Maryland it's $4.40. Pennsylvania is $4.67. Man. Yeah, it's $3. It's average around 3 something here, but it goes up to 4, man. I ain't messing around with it. I'm staying at the house. And 66 Love saw $4.45 today in Cincinnati. What's the name of the app? Gas Buddy. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I think I put in the chat already. That's the name of the app right there, Gas Buddy app. Look it up. All right. And we might have to go over a few apps that we need that think's gonna be beneficial. Now, Grace says, what's the name of the app that allows you additional gas savings? It's Gas Buddy. Tell me if y'all got it. Now, Texas Mountaineer say, I attempted to watch Raider H-Town and Assault the Marine each time they broadcast. Yes, indeed. It's impromptu sometimes, many times. So the highest here is $4.31, but it's usually around $3 and some $3.70. Texas Mountaineer says it's $3.32 a gallon here in Rio Hondo, Texas. So gas replace temp. Now, what's temp? Tell me what that is. Woo, Lord, look at this. California is $6.50 a gallon. That's out of control, off the chain. Off the chain, family. Gas is $5.26 here in Walla Walla due to the Washington state tax. They got a state tax too. Texas Mountaineer say I use Upside, but it expected you to drive 10 miles to get the discount sometimes. Let me know if y'all know any other gas apps besides Gas Buddy. Sparky seems like it. Okay. Up Tesla. They say them prices are going up. Grace says Upside app. That's it. Thanks. Couldn't remember if I'm downloaded. Okay, Upside app. Okay. Tesla, SMH. My daughter has one. What's SMH? I don't forgot what that means. And family, we want to say last night was really good, bros. Was it really? I was hoping. I thought y'all be. I thought y'all be kind of mad. We went over. We was cutting it up so much. I'm sorry. That's why I want to do tonight, to make sure y'all had a chance to speak. And I didn't know if y'all had a chance to talk about y'all topics. Now, Costco does good with gas. Murray Gas is good. Sam's Club, they say. When I get my gas, it's at Sam's Club or Murray's Gas, which is associated with Walmart. I don't think they're part of Walmart, but they're associated with it. S&M, I'm shaking my head. Okay, yeah. You don't like those electric cars. We may have to talk about those electric cars in detail. Oh, boy. So, family, I want to say thank y'all. It's been 2 hours, and we want to thank you for being here. We want to thank you for supporting us. We will be back tomorrow. We may not be on long. We may be on for a while, but you stay as long as you can. So until tomorrow, family, I want to say thank you, because it made me feel better coming on tonight. I got to tell you, I was feeling kind of down, and it made me feel better. It made me feel better. Yes, indeed. I've got to work out my internet. I shouldn't be sticking like this. So thank y'all, family. Until next time, I want all my family here to have a good night. Say it's a bit cheaper on base, $5.76 on the base in California. Okay. Yeah, if I had a base close to me, but I don't have one. So, fam, I don't know why I put that slide up. You just picked the topic tonight. And y'all pick one. Y'all picked several. Y'all talked about CMP exams. You talked about service dogs and other things. So thank you. I want y'all to have a good night. Until tomorrow, keep those notifications on. Good night.